Looks like we got some water on the lens here. Clean that off. There you go. Jill, why are we doing this?
I have no idea.
Raymond just looked over at me and shrugged. This is an addiction, right? Metal detecting is an addiction.
Yes.
Again, apologies for my lens. It's all fogged up here in the rain, but all right, I am back out. Got Raymond with me down there. You could see him doing a recovery down there. This is a spot that I've been to a number of times. Right over on the bank over there is where I found the 4 Real a couple weeks back, and we've been finding, you know, a lot of Civil War bullets here. I have just dug my. Raymond's saying something. He knows I found something good because I have my camera out. But yeah, I found my first item here. This is a Colt fired bullet here. It's the second Colt that I found from this area. So that is a really good sign. You could see where it hit rock down there. Yeah, I found it just straight down here. It was like kind of wedged in between some of the little grooves there, but yeah, that's a super good find and a great start. So there's more here. Every time we think we've cleaned it out, we keep finding more. So all right, hopefully we'll be back with some more good finds. All right, I'm on a pretty good signal here. It's got that, it's jumping around 18, 21, 20. Oftentimes that's a bullet. Let's go see. I'll try to lock dig this here. So what I'm doing now is I'm just trying to get it to see if I can get it moved. There's a lot of rocks and debris down there. And so I'm remembering where the signal was, and definitely got it moved. So let's see if we can find it now. Yep. Yep. So I got pulled back a couple feet, so we might be able to see it. I'm not seeing it just yet, but let me go give it a scoop here and see if we can scoop it up. Right here. Up there I can see lead, and that is going to be a sinker opening. Yep, unfortunately this one is just a sinker. And we'll take a close look at it because we have found bullets carved into sinkers or converted. I think this is just an old hunk of lead. It could have been something Civil War related based on all the artifacts we found here, but I think this is just going to be classified as a sinker. Oh well, hopefully next one will be good. A couple inches from where I just found that last piece of lead, I found this here. So another just a homemade sinker made from some lead. I like finding these. We'll eventually recycle them. I'm going to keep going. It is starting to rain out here, so my camera is probably getting all wet. Usually it's wet because I'm usually dunking it underwater as I'm trying to retrieve stuff, but yeah, it's actually a nice day. It doesn't feel cold at all. The water is warm. The outside temperature is about 75. So yeah, we'll keep going and hopefully find some good stuff. And another sinker. That's 3 sinkers like in a matter of like 3 minutes. All pretty close to one another, and I'm just gonna keep digging them because they sound like bullets. So we'll keep digging and getting the lead out of the stream. Raymond just looked over at me and shrugged. We're already wet. The only thing is it makes it hard. You can see, well, you really can't see. It makes it hard to see stuff on the bottom of the stream. But I'm hoping this is, you can see some light up there. So we'll wait this out a little bit and I don't know, I keep going. I'm here. I'm wet already, so we will hopefully find some good stuff in this rain. It's actually kind of fun. I got Raymond down there. I hope he finds something good there. We both traveled. He came about 45 minutes. I'm about an hour and 15-minute drive, so we're gonna make the best of this and keep going. Feels like it's letting up. It's actually kind of pretty the way the rain bounces off the water. Alright, back to detecting. These relics aren't going to find themselves. Again, apologies for my lens. It's all fogged up here in the rain, but I just found an amazing Corona Extra bottle cap. But the reason I don't normally show these kinds of finds, but I did want to show it because right now with the rain hitting, the surface is, you know, making it really hard to see through, and it's kicking up a little bit of the dirt in the stream, the sediment. So one technique that I have when I'm trying to retrieve things is to throw my my pinpointer here on, and I hold it like this and reach down and grab the stones and pull up. And as I pull up, I can hear if it's ringing, if I've made contact and if I've pulled it out, or if it's still in the ground. As I pull away from it, the ringing will stop on the pinpointer here. So it's a great technique for finding stuff when you can't quite see. The only thing I would say is be really careful. It's why I wear gloves, because you might be pulling up a fishing hook, and the last thing you'd want to do is grab that and dig it into you. But yeah, it's one of these things, like when you detect for a while, especially in streams, you find that there's like a variety of techniques that you need to get stuff out, and your equipment and how you approach it. So yeah, just a little tip there. And back to detecting here. The rain's letting up just a little bit, so hopefully another good find is a couple of swings away. All right, I just pulled a tiny piece of lead. It's soft, malleable here. It very well could just be a piece of lead, but I have a suspicion this may have been used by a soldier. This here may have been used to protect a part of the gun. Maybe on the older guns. You know what? I'm not even gonna guess, but I have an idea or two in mind. But I'm gonna probably share this with Mike and see what he thinks. But I think this may have been being used by a soldier. Seems like it's lead, but it's very light because of how thin it is to be a sinker. So it's definitely not a sinker. Unless it's just a scrap of lead that somebody was using when they were making sinkers. But I'm gonna check with Mike and see if this here would have fit into something. But you never know. Soldiers would have done little makeshift tools and makeshift repairs on things. We'll keep going. Alright, well, there's no doubt at all that the Civil War soldiers were camped and fishing here. So here's a 3-ringer, a mini ball that was hammered down, hole poked into it, and this here is a sinker made from a Civil War bullet. This one's pretty. This one's really cool looking. I like this. Awesome. We will keep going here.
These are the sinkers I have found over 2 days of detecting. You can almost walk back in time from our modern store-bought to the homemade variety carved out of hunks of lead, to the sinker created from a Civil War bullet. A soldier made the decision to take what would be used in defense to fight his enemy and turn it into a possible meal for himself and those camping with him. There was no turning back. Once carved, it would never be used as a bullet again. Ideally, it would be used over and over again to fish, but it got caught on the stream bed and would lay there gradually surrounded by other sinkers. The world above would change, season by season, year by year, and this sat there as a reminder of a war, a reminder of a soldier trying to obtain a meal.
Haha, look who I see off in the distance there. There's my friend Mike making his way upstream to us. Haha. That's awesome. Glad he got out. And I just saw this rock. You can see all the algae or whatever that is on that one side there. But yeah, look at the layers here. It's just really cool. I don't know. Thought that was neat. Looks like we got some water on the lens here. Clean that off. There you go. Jill, why are we doing this?
I have no idea.
I'm here with Jill. We came down to the spot where we found where I found the plates, the printing plate. We want to see if there's another one in here. Probably not, but we're here in the middle of September and it is 60 some degrees and just started to pour. It was drizzling, now it just started to pour. We knew it was going to rain today, but we're bundled up. I got my raincoat on, Jill's got her raincoat on there. We're bundled up. We'll see. I don't know, this is an addiction, right? Metal detecting is an addiction.
Yes,
and we just want to find more stuff, and it sucks when the season starts to turn on us and we can't get in the stream anymore. So we want 1 or 2 more stream hunts yet, but we're really stretching it this year. But hopefully we'll find some stuff. Hopefully the rain will let up a little bit, but there you can see the rain coming down. Oh well, we're getting in the water. We'll see what happens. Oh yeah. Well, this is where I found the plate. It wasn't far in here. It was like within, I'm standing within like 10-20 feet of it. I don't remember the exact location, but really close to here. So we have found other printing plates up in that direction, and over there is where I found the 4 real and a bunch of bullets and some bullets turned into sinkers. So we might concentrate in this area here because we haven't concentrated too much in here. So maybe there's the back plate. This bill, I believe, was called a greenback because the design on the back had a whole bunch of the word 2, I believe, written on it, all in green. So we might be able to find a greenback plate here. That would be truly amazing. I'm not counting on that, but you never know. So when you find good stuff, you just got to keep coming back. All right, I'm just going to apologize once for any out of focus, because there's going to be water drops on my camera all day. I'll try to keep it clean, but I'll do my best. Just found my first sinker. I was hoping this was going to be from a carved bullet. It could be, but it's probably unlikely. I don't see any details coming through, any rings or like a hollow base. So this one I think is just going to be carved lead, or lead just made into a sinker. But this came up with a good signal. This could have been a bullet, but we will keep going. I've just yelled over to Jill and I showed her something, and she, I never hear her curse. She just said a naughty word. I think I just found something pretty cool. Now I am seeing no detail on this, just like the last one I found. And this one actually seems to be cut in, this is not perfectly square here. But this sure looks like that last plate I found. And there is definitely some detail on it. And I think I'm seeing another circle like right there. I don't know, Jill, what do you think? That's the exact same material, roughly the same shape, except this one's irregular. But see up in...
Oh, I see.
See a little circle up here, maybe?
Yeah, a little bit. There's something right in here, too. Well, I don't know.
Holy smokes.
That doesn't,
I mean, this looks exactly like the other one, except the other one was like perfectly rectangular. This is not. This is more narrow here than it is up there. So I don't know if it was cut or trimmed or something, but that very well could be another plate for it. It's about the same size.
Well, have to wait for that to dry off and...
Yeah, do you see this little circle up right up here?
Yeah. Yep. Unbelievable.
No way.
Wow.
I don't know.
Dang. This is what confuses me, is that silver.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what happens if...
Well, let's see what happens when it dries up, and...
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm in disbelief.
I know.
It rang high.
Oh,
I mean, it definitely rang high, yeah.
It should have. Holy moly.
This looked just like the other one did, though, as far as like when I pulled it out, I didn't see anything on it. And then as it dried, it got a little bit better.
Let it dry. Put it in your backpack.
Yeah.
Put it in your back.
Yeah.
Here. Where do you want?
All right, I'm not too far from where I just found that last plate, and I'm getting a really solid signal there. You can see 27, 28, 29, 30. So it's going to be like just to the right side of this rock that's right here. So let me move this away and we'll see what we got. Now this one's actually a short signal, so I don't know if this is going to be, this might be a coin. Yep, we got it moved, just barely. So I'm not seeing anything, like when you see these plates, they're kind of big. I'm not seeing anything like that. Let me see if we moved it again. Nope, still there. Still showing a good signal, and I'm not hearing any iron with it. So I don't know if you're familiar with this or not, but something that happens with these double D coils is, like, sometimes when it's right at the surface, you'll get like a double, like a stutter, like a double hit. And I think I'm hearing that. So whatever I have is like near the surface at the moment, but I'm still not seeing it. Still reading a really good signal. Of course, I've cursed myself with the live dig. We'll see what we got. All right, we got it moved. So it came back here. Let's see. It's going to be a tricky day to detect because of the rain. But thankfully right now it's stopped. Alright, I'm going to have to get out my my pinpointer here and see what we got. Oh, there we go. This looks like it's going to be maybe a modern quarter. Let's see. Yep. That's all it is, a modern quarter. That's right. We'll take it. It's one of the state quarters, I believe, yeah. Some birds on the back, yep. Alright, keep going on. Thankfully the rain kind of stopped. A little bit of drops coming off the trees, but you see Jill down there. Yep, we'll keep going. Well, this is an interesting find. Not too surprising. We are at a place where we found lots of sinkers. So we've got a pocket knife here. You can see, looks like the blade when this was lost was open, and the blade is no longer there, probably rusted away. But it's like calcified with these stones here, so it actually makes kind of an interesting display piece in a way. Yeah, you can see that's on there really good. Yeah, kind of neat. Probably a fisherman lost knife. It's possible. I am not an expert on pocket knives. Sometimes when we find these, like if I'm with Mike, he sometimes knows like if they're like 1800s or not. Could have been a soldier's pocket knife, but the odds are really good that this was a fisherman's pocket knife. So good find just the same. All right, the day is continuing on. Rain's held off a little bit. I'm expecting it to rain a little bit soon here, but we're gonna keep going at it as long as we are able to stomach the temperature here. But I just found a really good find. When we've come here before, we've seen a lot of people swimming in this area, and I had a suspicion that there might be a ring or two here, and sure enough, I just popped this ring out. So it does look like it's a wedding band. It feels a little light, and at the moment I'm not seeing any marking in it. It did not ring up like a silver, so I don't think this is going to be silver. I don't know what material this is. Feels a little too light to be, it definitely feels light to be gold. So I don't know, maybe maybe I'll find a mark on this when I get my magnifying glass out here. Oh, it looks like there is some writing in there, maybe. Yeah. Well, let me check it out. If it's anything worth any money, I'll be back. All right, it's going to be near impossible to pick this up on this camera, but I did get my magnifying glass out. This says Titan titanium. So it's unfortunately not a precious metal, and if I recall, I'm not even sure that these you can even pawn, because you have to find the right size person. Like you'd have to have the right ring size. These I think can't be cut down and resized, is my point. But regardless, I wouldn't take something like this to a pawn shop. I think it's very unlikely, because I'm out of state, that I have like a lot of friends on Facebook that would be able to connect this. But I'll probably throw this up there on Facebook. I'll make a short video on it, and we'll try to get it back to its owner. It's not worth a whole lot of money, so, but you know, it does appear to be a wedding band, so it would be nice to get back to the owner. So we'll give that a try. I don't have great success with trying to get these rings back, but and I didn't see any other marking on it that would let me know anything more about it. But a good find all the same. It's always exciting when you pull a ring out of the ground. So we'll keep going, maybe find some more here.